Hello to all chess puzzle lovers. If you enjoy elegant mates and clever combinations, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here we solve some of the toughest and most beautiful chess puzzles. Now let's jump into today's challenge. Today we have a strange and incredibly clever puzzle. White to move and mate in 2 moves. Here's the position. White, king e8, queen e1, rook c7, pawn b7, knight a7. Black, king b8, rook a8. So far, nothing unusual. But here's the surprising part. The white rook and knight are defenseless, and the black king can easily capture one of them. So how is it possible that, despite all these escape routes for black, it's still mate in 2? Let's find out together. The first move many players may say, since the rook and knight are hanging, why not play queen to a5? It looks logical. It defends the rook and also protects the knight. But there's one big problem. Black has no legal moves. And that means stalemate, a draw. So this move is ruled out. The next idea is queen to e5, defending the rook on c7. But here black simply captures the knight on a7 and then gives check with the rook. White is forced to move the king, which means mate in 2 is no longer possible. You might think, since the white king is in the line of a potential rook check, maybe we should move the king first. So what about king to d7? The idea is to defend the rook and step out of any possible check. But once again, black captures the knight. White plays queen to a5 check. The king returns to b8. And once again, no mate in 2. Even the immediate promotion idea doesn't work. b7 takes the rook, promotes to a queen, check, the king captures. Queen to e4 check, king back to b8, queen to b7, and it turns into mate in 3, not 2. So all these attempts fail. Before we reveal the answer, pause the video and think carefully. The correct and perfect move is queen to b4. A quiet move, no check, but completely deadly. This move creates a hidden Zugzwang. Now the black king has only 2 choices, capture the rook or capture the knight. And in both cases, he walks straight into the trap. Let's check if black capture the rook. By doing this, the a8 rook's line opens and white is in check. But this is exactly what white wanted. White plays b7 to a8, capturing the rook and promotes to a knight. Checkmate. There are no escape squares. Every square is perfectly controlled. Let's take a step back. And if black capture the knight, again, the a8 rook's line opens and white is in check. But once again, the answer is ready. b7 goes to b8 and promotes to a knight, while the rook gives check at the same time. And that is checkmate. Once again, there is no escape for the black king. The move queen to b4 is a true masterpiece among mate in 2 puzzles. At first glance, it looks simple, even harmless, but in reality, it traps the black king in a forced sequence with no escape. The key lesson from this puzzle is this. When you see that your opponent can capture your pieces, don't give up too quickly. Sometimes, that capture is exactly what you want. If you enjoyed this puzzle, make sure to like the video. And write in the comments how many seconds it took you to find queen b4. And if you want even tougher puzzles, don't forget to subscribe, because the next challenge will be even more dangerous.